What is good, y'all? It's your boy Tyge here, and today we're going to be talking about this PlayStation magazine that covered Gotham Knights recently. If you guys want a Suicide Squad kill the Justice League part of this video, I can do one. Just let me know in the comments and I'll do this. But today we're going to be talking about co-op, skill trees, character gear, stuff, etc. We got a little interview, that happened, and some of the devs answered some questions that we had as a community. So no further ado, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. It helps out the channel, and share the content. You already know how it go, and let's get right into the video. So there's some important things I want to talk about with this article. A lot of the things that I already covered, like character play styles and stuff that they covered. They confirmed that all the characters are gonna have their own unique play style and stuff like that. They talk about the Belfry being the home base and how you can switch in and out with characters and stuff like that. But the most important thing I want to talk about, right, is this co-op untethered thing, right? So basically, what we got, Patrick Redding was talking about how the co-op experience is going to be like a drop-in drop-out kind of thing. It's going to be unique and it's going to be untethered, right? So from what I picked up from this like a few weeks ago, even before this article came out, before we got a little bit more clarification about it, when we got this other little article about it, I was thinking like, all right, so we'll be able to like freely roam, like teleporting and stuff like that won't be an option, or not an option, but teleporting and being close to your co-op partner won't be an option. But today we got a confirmation that it's a little bit, not even a little bit, a major difference and more in depth than what I thought. So let me just get into this so y'all can see this. So if you look at the article, it says tweet 2, co-op is drop in, drop out, and uniquely it's untethered. So you can be in two completely different parts of the city if you want it, and join at some point to take on specific missions, right? It means you and your friend can exist in the same Gotham, but take on different quests. All right, take on different quests. I just gotta like let y'all know. Y'all don't understand how hyped this is, right? Because the explanation we got, which I'll go over this a little bit more in depth later in the video, but the explanation we got with this story mode is that you'll be able to find things, and it's more of like, a mystery type thing, right? You're trying to find out clues. Like we already know, like we're dealing with the Court of Owls. It's like a very secret society in Gotham. In the story, in the gameplay, you're gonna have to go and find clues and look around and actually explore, which is dope. I love exploring Gotham and the Arkham games and stuff like that, so that's just a plus for me personally. But you have to go around, you find clues for main story stuff, you go around and you explore to find clues and all kinds of stuff. I love the detective work, like for example in Arkham Knight, man, the detective work, like scanning bodies for the Professor Pig mission. I love that part of that game. Man, it was good. But going on, reading elaborates, you don't want to create this whole Gotham City ecosystem and then tell a co-op teammate that you have to stay within 20 meters or whatever metrics of your post, all right, or you're going to be teleported somewhere else. I think that people understand that open world has a certain dynamic to it, and especially if you're on these fast moving bat cycles, or you're transversing using your transversal ability. The team is also taking the brave step of allowing us to play as any character in co-op matchup, meaning there could be two variants of Batgirl roaming in Gotham. All right, we already knew about the Batgirl, or the two like duplicate characters in co-op and all that stuff. Personally, I think that's whatever. I don't like the idea of having like two of the same characters. I think if they give us a cast of 4 characters, then you should pick 2 different characters. I think it would just help differently. But the way they explain, or the way they're talking about how they're going to be doing the skill tree, like one character could be completely different from the other character. But with my personal experience with games, yeah, it could be minor little changes, but there's mainly going to be like a main way you can do things, and people are going to tend to go over to that kind of thing, right? So moving on, they talk about the skill trees being more of like a DNA type of thing. So I'm assuming that's more of like an aesthetic where you can go down like certain you can go down the tree like as like a DNA like kind of pattern. Maybe that's like more of an aesthetic. I'm not 100% sure on what that means. Let me know in the comments if you guys do. But basically you get ability trees and all that stuff, and you know basic skill tree from what I'm reading. They also talk about, you know, the combat being different from Arkham, like from the Arkham games, and talk about how, you know, the DNA is still evident. After all, these heroes are all trained by Batman, stuff like that. You know, it's gonna be like, it's gonna give you the feeling of, you know, playing as Batman, but it's not going to be the same. But then, you know, talk about how like they're different, you know, with, you know, like I said in my Batgirl, you know, little demo or whatever, a little breakdown video, I talk about, you know, her jujitsu and her kickboxing and all that stuff, and like how she's different. And then we talk about in the Nightwing video how Nightwing is like her with the dual escrimas, but you know, his combat is going to be different, and how Red Hood just brings a completely different feel in the combat with his, you know, arsenal of weaponry, while, you know, Robin has stealth. That's basically what they talk about. And, you know, they talk about, you know, Robin teleporting and all that stuff, and how the Bat Grappler and the Bat Cycles are a thing and all that stuff. And it's not limited, you know, to like a character to have like the Bat Grapple. Like every character has the Bat Grapple, right? And like the Bat Cycle, it's like a universal thing. So that's something that they talk about. And a lot of things, like if you guys seen the sound design interview, I don't know if you guys seen that. I didn't do a video on it because I was having problems, you know, putting it into my program or whatever. It wouldn't come out as a full video, but basically they kind of like talk of the city, like Gotham, as its own character, right? Like they refer to Gotham as like its own character, like the city is just like a playable thing. And I'm very interested, like it just makes me more hyped for this map, or just game in general. I just want to like get my hands on it so bad at this point, and like just understand the things that they're telling us about it. But, you know, going back into it, like the article talks about, you know, the story, Batman's demise, you know, Gordon's dead. So, you know, the police, you know, force is just corrupted, being ran by the Court of Owls and all that. And, you know, Redding was talking about how, you know, it's gonna have a mysterious nature to the game and the story, you know, stuff that I told y'all in the beginning of the video. I'll read this quote that he says. Redding says, "The reason we went for a mystery sort of structure for our main story is that it isn't something that you just grind through over a weekend. It's something where you uncover a piece of it and you get a chance to explore that piece, and it has implications and it changes the world. And then you have to kind of go and do the detective legwork in order to get access to what that next piece is going to be. So it really is a mystery arc. And so the court, the things start out as one thing, and then they definitely end up somewhere else. So like I said, this game is just going to be a big mystery. You're going to find clues, and it's going to force you to go and like search for these clues and like find these pieces to get the next part of the clue. And you might run into another clue that gets you sidetracked and all that stuff, or, you know, all that stuff. It's not necessarily like missions. It's more of like, you know, you finding pieces of a puzzle and trying to put the puzzle together. So that has me really interested for this game. Other than that, for this article, we don't really get anything besides you know, some photos that we already seen, you know, like these screenshots from the demo that we got, the demo gameplay and all that stuff. I'm really excited for this game. I can't wait for more gameplay. I need more gameplay. We need to see like some like Nightwing and Red Hood gameplay. They already gave us, you know, Robin and Batgirl, so I just want to see them, how they're gonna play, just to see if I'm right in my little breakdowns. If y'all haven't seen that, link in the description below. I have a playlist for this whole game, so make sure y'all go check it out. Make sure y'all sub for more of this content, because y'all already know how I go. And if y'all like this video, do me a favor, share it, like it, comment down something y'all thought I didn't say right, or if something y'all want to, you know, go into detail about. I love having a conversation. So no further ado, thank you guys for watching this video. It's been your boy Taj, and I'm out. Subscribe, 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 subscribe.